civilization. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music,
Bella just want me with you like guys,
and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
Adio.
Baba, ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
Wá wo nǹkan. Òní bí àtòkèrè ló làákàyè tí wọ́n ń wo sàkún nǹkan. Ṣáájú káwọn kan tó mọ fóúnjẹ láwa lójú. Níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti káwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan jọ sílùú Awẹ́ láti máa kọ́ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà tìgbàlódé lábẹ́ àmójútó àjọ IITA.
Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá, ṣẹ́yìn ọ̀gbọ́n tí náà ń gbòòrò ni. Wọ́n ní ìṣèjọba tí ń bẹ lóde báyìí, audio government ni wọ́n ń pè.
Èwo lẹ̀ ń pè báwọn.
Ìjọba tí ń fẹnu yàrá sọ́bẹ̀.
Àdìó. Ní bí mo ti wí fún wọn pé kó yé mọ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀já wúrà. Ṣé nǹkan tá a fojú rí ni àbí ń tó farasin? Ọ̀nà mọ́níyà àjàyè títí tó fi dé sẹ́yìn, iṣẹ́ ti fẹ́ parí ń bẹ̀. Ọ̀nà olóko mẹ́rin tó yọ kùlùlù láàrin ìlú Ṣakí, Ọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ títí tó fi dé Gbòho tí ò ti ṣe é rìn mọ́ látọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ọ̀ndàjì l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Iṣẹ́ sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórí ètò ìlera tó múnádóko jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò láláṣẹ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó rẹ́tọ̀ wọn gbà.
Bàbá gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ sọ yóò tọ́ ni kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́. Àmọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ọ́rọ́ pọ̀ kò jónú. Ẹ sì mọ̀ pé eégún tó bá rorò làwa kó bí ìbọn lẹ̀.
Àdìó àti gbọ́njù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́nkùnrin Ọ̀yọ́. Eégún tó bá ṣoore fún wa báyìí làwa ń kó bí ìbọn.
Ẹ kú àgbà bàbá.
Kò ní í dalẹ̀ ìmọ̀ tú ìmọ̀ jọ ìmọ̀ ẹni ní kò ní í dalẹ̀.
Ilé-iṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Àṣà ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọlé gbẹ́yẹlé àṣà ò gbọ́dọ̀.
Ẹ lẹ́ bàbá.
Àdìó.
Ẹ wo aṣọ ọ̀gbẹ́yẹlé nìkan mọ́ nísìn ẹlẹ́yẹlé gan-an làṣà ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ojú òní ìmọ̀ wa rí yín fún. Ṣé ẹ rí i nígbà tí ìjọba kọ̀ tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ láwọn ọ̀dọ́ ti ṣaṣara bàgbó pé kí gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ́ bí ó kù lágbègbè wa ni wọ́n bá níjọba sọ pé kámórí wá ká fọrùn lẹ̀.
Tá ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ Àdìó ìwọ náà sì tún pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ jáwúra mi bí wọ́n mọ̀ pé nǹkan tíjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ń sọ ni pé a lè fi nǹkan tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó ṣàtúnṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa. Ó dáa Àdìó láti gbẹ̀ tí wàá dẹ̀hùn ṣé eégún kan ti wá yọrẹ sí babaláwo yín bí.
Rárá o bàbá.
Ní nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé kẹ́yìn ọ̀dọ́ tó fọn níjọba ti yàwó tòlù fún ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn pé kí wọ́n fi tọ̀gbẹ́ tààlà láti lé gbogbo àwọn ẹni ibi jáde ní kọ̀lọ̀fín wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣètò ọlọ́pàá scotland ibi fáàbò gbogbo wa nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ náà ni ṣèjọba tó wá ṣe yùn ní òwà rẹ̀ nìràn lẹ́rù yóò tún mọ́ ọkọ̀ fẹ́ bí.
Ọ̀rọ̀ yín yé mi bàbá àmọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ ní táwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ń wíìkì.
Àwọn ará bíi ti tòṣèlú bọ̀ ọ́nù nígbà àtàkùté wọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta òde ó rí wọn lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára táwọn ti ròyìn òfegè ní ibi láti sọ̀jọba gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ní súná bú ni.
Bàbá kí là á wàá ṣe ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pọ́rọ̀ sọkúsọ bíi náà nú ẹ̀rùn ni.
Ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ tẹ́ ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ dénú náà ní kẹ́ ẹ sọ fún gbogbo òlù pé orí ìpinnu àṣà ò gbọdọ̀ wọlé gbẹ́yẹlé níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ dúró lé.
Ó ti yé mi bàbá mo sì ń lọ rí fọn rere rẹ̀ náà nù. Ilé-iṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
It's nice to know that you are out there listening to us on Aloore Radio, transmitting from the GSM Studio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Agodi Secretariat, here in Oyo State in Ibadan, Nigeria. We thank you for being there. We know that you have been listening to all our various programs on the various social platforms, on our Facebook, on the YouTube, on website, even on our TikTok, and you've been downloading our app also on the website. We thank you for joining us again on another interesting program of yours, the Head of Service Speaks, H.O.S Speaks. We appreciate you for joining us again. My name, and I'm your host, Aboyede Ojo. thank you for joining us. We appreciate you again for being on the program, the H.O.S Speaks. It's a program geared at creating and fostering relationship between the Oyo State civil and public servants and the office of the Oyo State Head of Service. As I said, the lines, our studio line is also opened. The number to call in on this program is 0903 9853 731. I will take that again. To join us on the phone lines for the Head of Service Speaks in the studio of Aloore Radio is 0903 9853 731. And we would want you to continue to like Aloore on the various social platforms, to continue to share, reshare, share, and like again. You are welcome to the Head of Service Speaks. And I'll be right back after this very short break.
Adio.
baba ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
wá wo nǹkan òní bí àtòkèrè ló là káyè tí wọ́n ń wo sàkún nǹkan ṣáájú káwọn kan tó mọ fóúnjẹ láwa lójú níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti káwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan jọ sílùú Awẹ́ láti máa kọ́ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà tìgbàlódé lábẹ́ àmójútó àjọ IITA.
mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá sẹ́yìn ọ̀gbọ́n tí náà ń gbòòrò ni wọ́n ní ìṣèjọba tí ń bẹ lóde báyìí audio government ni wọ́n ń pè.
èwo lẹ́ ń pè báwọn.
ìjọba tí ń fẹnu yàrá sọ́bẹ̀.
Àdìó ní bí mo ti wí fún wọn pé kò yé mọ pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀já wúrà ṣé nǹkan tá a fojú rí ni àbí n tó farasin ọ̀nà mọ́níyà àjàyè títí tó fi dé sẹ́yìn iṣẹ́ ti fẹ́ parí ń bẹ̀ ọ̀nà olóko mẹ́rin tó yọ kùlùlù láàrin ìlú Ṣakí Ọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ títí tó fi dé Gbòho tí ò ti ṣe é rìn mọ́ látọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ọ̀ndàjì l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ iṣẹ́ sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórí ètò ìlera tó múnádóko jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò láláṣẹ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó rẹ́tọ̀ wọn gbà.
bàbá gbogbo ń tẹ́ sọ yóò tọ́ ni kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́ àmọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ọ́rọ́ pọ̀ kò jónú ẹ sì mọ̀ pé eégún tó bá rorò làwọn á kó bí ìbọn lẹ̀.
Àdìó àti gbọ́njú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́nkùnrin Ọ̀yọ́ eégún tó bá ṣoore fún wa báyìí làwọn á kó bí ìbọn.
ẹ kú àgbà bàbá.
kò ní í dalẹ̀ ìmọ̀ tú ìmọ̀ jọ ìmọ̀ ẹni ní kò ní í dalẹ̀.
iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Yes, you're welcome back to the program Head of Service Speaks here on Aloore Radio, the GSM studio of Aloore Radio, here in the Ministry of Oyo State Information, Culture and Tourism. Again, my name is Aboyede Ojo, and you're welcome to the Head of Service Speaks. And on today's episode, we will be discussing on interesting issues relating to the local government here in Oyo State. And to do justice to the various questions we have from our listeners on today's program is no other person than the Permanent Secretary, Local Government Service Commission, in person of Mr. Akinfunmilayo Williams. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, madam.
It's nice to welcome you to
I'm happy to be here too.
I believe this is your first time in the GSM studio.
Sure, this is the very first time.
And so what do you have to say?
Very, very impressive. It's a good innovation. It's an approach to reach out to people out there to know what exactly the government is doing to make lives better for the citizenry.
And we also have the acronym for this. Our studio is actually called the GSM Studio. And we would want you to help us to propagate the good news of the amazing governor that we have that has been given the second term this time. Our own governor, our own man, GSM himself, that he is doing a great job, and we would want you to extend it even to all the 33 local governments that we have in Oyo State, that here in the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, in the seat of power here in the Secretariat, there is a platform for them for them to use for every of the activities and programs that they may have. I will wish you to help me extend that to your people.
We've been doing that even ever before now.
Okay.
And the work of His Excellency speaks for him.
Exactly.
And it's even visible to the blind and even audible to the deaf.
Oh,
if
beautiful.
I put it that way. In the course of this program, I will bring out some of the steps
Definitely.
we will take to reach out
to
people on achievements of His Excellency at the local government level and even beyond the country as well.
Yeah,
So
we will get that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you've heard the voice of our guest here in the house today, the Permanent Secretary of the Local Government Service Commission in person of Mr. Akinfunmilayo Williams. Before we continue on the program, I just want to reel out a little profile of this excellent man that we have in the studio. Mr. Akinfunmilayo Williams is a graduate of Management and Accounting of University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State of Nigeria. He has attended various management and leadership trainings both at home and abroad. A brief stint as a lecturer in St. Andrew's College of Education, Oyo, before he joined the local government service in 1989 as an accountant too, and immediately appointed as the internal auditor in the defunct Ibadan municipal government. He served in many local governments as an internal auditor and director of finance and supplies before being appointed as head of local government administration in 2012. The position he held till 2019 when he was appointed as the permanent secretary in the Oyo State Civil Public Service. I introduce to you once again the permanent secretary of the Local Government Service Commission here in Oyo State, in person of Mr. Akinfunmilayo Williams. It's nice to have you with us.
Once again, thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. And for our listeners out there, as you have heard that we have our special guest in the house, and we will be talking and deliberating on issues relating to local government issues. And I want to reiterate that you can join us on all our social platform medium, on the Facebook at www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, on our YouTube at Aloore Radio, and also especially I want to, if you have comments and if you have questions that you would want to ask the permanent secretary, you can join us on the phone lines of the GSM studio, which is 0903 9853731. Again, 0903 9853731. The lines are open for you to call. You're welcome, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
I want to go straight to the questions and that our various listeners that we've gathered from people that have been listening, even from civil and public servants, that they would want to hear from your good office, because they know that here on Aloore Radio, and especially here on the H.O.S Speaks, we bring people with authority, people that has authority in whatever they say. And when people hear them speak, they know that this is the right thing and this is authority speaking. And that is why we are so privileged to have you here with us today on the studio. And with your permission, could we go straight to the crux of the matter?
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Your Honor. So there are various commissions and boards established by the government, which are also into recruitment. They are also into promotion. They are also into discipline and others for their personnel. So, but Your Honor, kindly expatiate on the mandates of your state local government service commission. May we know what is actually the mandate of the local government service commission, sir?
Thank you very much, madam.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon to the viewers and the listeners,
Yes.
and the employees in the service of Oyo State. The question asked has to do with the mandate
Yes.
of the Oyo State Local Government Service Commission. Statutorily, as captured in the laws of Oyo State 2000, the Local Government Service Commission is statutorily empowered to recruit workers, to carry out promotions of workers, to discipline erring workers, and to train workers in the local government service. However, I will categorize that as the primary statutory duties of the Local Government Service Commission. The secondary, which I will add to the four I've mentioned earlier, basically to monitor workers and equally to carry out transfers of workers within the 33 local governments in the state, which we equally refer to as posting. So altogether there are 6: recruitment, promotion, discipline, training, transfer, and the monitoring. And those are the 6 functions the Local Government Service Commission carries out. And if I need to break this down, each of them, or especially 5 of them, I'll partition into 2 to give a clearer insight into what and how they are operated at the Local Government Service Commission. As far as the recruitment is concerned, they have 2 divides: the junior workers and the senior workers, although the regulatory body is the Local Government Service Commission. The junior workers are workers from grade level 1 to grade level 6, while the senior workers are from grade level 7 to grade level 17. The junior workers are usually employed at the respective local government level when approval is obtained from the Local Government Service Commission, while the senior workers, who are workers from grade level 7 to 17, are employed directly by the Local Government Service Commission. Those are the senior workers. That's as far as the issue of recruitment is concerned. Similarly, when it comes to promotion, there are of those 2 categories as well, the junior and senior. The junior ones are handled by the local government, while the senior workers are handled by the Local Government Service Commission. Similarly, for the discipline and even training as well. So that's all about that.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for that explanation given to us. But may we also know the improvements in the execution of this mandate vis-a-vis the effectiveness of the local government administration in the state since the inception of the first term of good leader, His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, Executive Governor for your state?
This mandate has been diligently carried out and highly supported by His Excellency ever since he came aboard. Prior to the assumption of His Excellency as the Governor of your state, the training local government service have stopped. If I'm right, that'll be 2014. Okay. Manpower capacity development has stopped. It was when Governor Seyi Makinde took over mantle of leadership in Oyo State that the training fund was restored back into the Local Government Service Commission, which thereafter manpower capacity development in terms of training took off. So you probably will understand what I'm saying when there has been a vacuum over 5-6 years
of training.
So and we all agree the importance and essence of manpower capacity development can never be underestimated. This has gone a long way to positively affect service delivery at the local government level. People have been more educated, more enlightened, and they have been exposed to the best practices in service delivery at the local government level. When it comes to training, we partner with so many organizations. We do partner with University of Ibadan. Okay. We partner with Administrative Staff College in Badagry, and some other credible training institutions. So we did that for the senior and as well the junior ones.
And this has been very effective on
very effective.
Deliveries from the officers.
Excuse me?
Sorry, so I asked that all this trainings and all sorts of seminars and the partnerships you've been having, is it been visibly seen on the outcome of the officers?
We've seen it in their conduct, we've seen it in their character, we've seen it in their service delivery at local government level. So I would say those are probably the indices with which we measure the value addition in terms of these training programs. Also, if I talk about the recruitment into local government service, like I said, since 2019 when His Excellency came on board, we've equally recruited into the local government service. I equally classify recruitment in this instance into 2 as well. One, there's one we did directly at Local Government Service Commission, which has to do with the ad hoc staff whereby we give approvals to local governments to recruit ad hoc staff, which in some instances they serve as vigilantes and security aides at the local government. The other part of it, I will put it this way. People might not consider it as a recruitment, but I will tell you is a colored recruitment. Colored.
I want you to especially
what
does that mean?
I mean by that is when you carry out a conversion, which is predicated on the fact that an employee has gotten an added qualification.
Yes.
He fills another vacancy.
Yes.
So I probably will tell you indirectly is a recruitment. I would tell you sure because a vacancy exists somewhere, and you are living there
to go and fill that.
To go and fill that because if it doesn't, someone else will have been recruited outside to come and fill it as well. So and he's going there on a higher level. So that's why I said a colored recruitment, which I believe you agree with me anyway.
With the
because so many things,
I think
so many things have changed. Your nomenclature will have changed.
Definitely.
Your salary likely to have changed too. So I will see it as recruitment anyway. So that's why I said a colored recruitment. If you agree with me.
Definitely, that's one term that we can also adopt and start using. That we are, that
Sure.
we're having a colored recruitment.
Also, I will say this.
Yes, sir.
His Excellency has turn around so many things at local government level.
All right.
Turn around things positively, and he has given a breath. He has to local government service. Like you read out, I joined the local government service in 1989 as the internal auditor by the municipal government.
Yes, sir.
I had then a legal officer, the chief legal officer of the municipal government, and that was Mrs. Oyedeji.
Right.
That was the only local government in Oyo State, the whole Oyo State, which comprises Osun and Oyo. That was the only legal officer in the services of all the local government there. And Mr. Oyedeji ceased to be a legal officer in 1990 or 91 thereabout, and ever since then no legal officer in the local government service, and it is provided for in our scheme of service that we should have a legal officer. His Excellency magnanimously last year approved for us to recruit 3 legal officers because of the fact that we've lost so many cases at local government level because of inadequate representation and non-commitment on those that represented the local government service. So for now, at the local government service, we have legal officers, which was last recruited over 30 years. So that's about that. And if we have any, God forbid, we pray not to have case or cases, but our adventure it comes, we are legally harmed.
Now you're ready.
We are legally harmed to take up the legal battle with anybody as well. So that's one of the new pages His Excellency opened.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sorry to cut you short, but before we go on this next break, we've been talking and we've been discussing about the training, the workshops, and how effective it had been on the officers of the local government. But I want us to look at another side to this, and which is the welfare packages. Welfare packages are being approved for workers. Can you buttress on how the Commission has fared in terms of workers' welfare in the last 4 years?
Well, in the last 4 years, tremendous changes has happened in terms of welfare packages of local government workers, which has boosted their morale.
Definitely, so that one will boost their morale.
Re-engendered their commitment to service.
Okay.
And he has redoubled their effort in service delivery. I probably will mention about 5 or 6 for you now.
All right.
Those are the states similarly enjoy it, where local government level now can aspire and can rise up to grade level 17, which is the aspiration of every committed workers.
Yes.
1. 2, ever before now, in the local government service, there is only one permanent secretary that the local government service workers of over 12,000 will look up to. So it's only one that will emerge out of the 12,000. So it has been so competitive, and prayers upon prayers, patronage upon patronage. And our other arms, because they are active, and there is not the dormant, but I mean the pension board, because after active service, retirement comes.
Now I get it.
You get where I'm going
Yes,
now. So the pension board, we've never even had executive secretary, talk less of a GM, but His Excellency Governor H.O.S Makinde has upgraded that headship of that board,
the pension board,
to be a permanent secretary. So we have a permanent secretary
now on the pension board.
So it's 2 ways now. So if you don't eat it here, you can eat it there. So that's one of the changes Governor H.O.S Makinde has made local government service, which, like I said earlier, is that people have it has gotten people more committed, more dedicated to the service.
Now that they will know that, okay, they can also rise on this side and on this other side.
Apart from that, there is another one coming on board now, which I know His Excellency is highly disposed to, which is the Local Government Staff Loans Board. Like I said, I joined over 30 years ago. I will tell you what I've enjoyed to date, except when I became permanent secretary for my over 30 years in local government service, was only car refurbishing loan. And that presupposes you have a car you want to repair, a refurbished to refurbish loan. Local government workers have never for a day enjoyed car loan or housing loan. So His Excellency has agreed, and it's a work in progress right now, that local government should have a local government staff loan support, whereby local government will be able to enjoy car loan, and will be able to enjoy housing loan. Is that not a great achievement now?
It is.
And like I said, it has brought out more commitment from local government workers. And let me just add this, because I have to keep rolling out achievement in this regard. I might consume all the time you have for me. Well, let me just say this. The heads of local government administration, which I became in 2012. When I became in 2012, it was a different thing to what it is now. But I can tell you, it was when Governor H.O.S Makinde came on board. He enhanced their salary, and at the same time consolidated their salary. And I will tell you, that's the first of it in the Southwest. And I stand to be challenged.
Wow.
So, like I said, it's a step issue. Step issue in the sense that, fine, if I can be a PS, if I make it to as a head of local government administration, definitely I'll go with a consolidated salary. So that's why I said people have now geared up. Even I will tell you, people that have refused to go to school, since they know the horizon is so wide now.
So wide.
Let me go to and get my degree and then my master, so that maybe one day with prayer and fasting I will be able to claim one of these opportunities. So we still have many and many of them like that, which are value additions under this regime.
Okay, thank you so very much, Your Honor. I know that if we have to start reeling out the achievements and the different benefits and things that we've been gaining under the headship of President Governor Engineer H.O.S Makinde, definitely we are not going to finish here.
Yeah, for example,
but the basic. Okay, you want to say something?
Just in addition, over almost 8,000 workers have been promoted between 2019 and now.
I always say it on this program and always on this program that any guest that we bring here, whenever we're talking about His Excellency Engineer H.O.S Makinde, it is always smiles. Either the person is a woman, either the person is a man. You can see my guest there. Being a man, he's always smiling.
Yes.
Then it has to do with something. It is the governor that is at work. And
maybe I should just quickly add this. The Governor H.O.S Makinde style of governance, I would say, is medicinal.
Another one.
You know why? You know why?
Why, sir?
For my past almost 4 years there, I've never for a day received a letter of I want to go on sick leave. The salaries are coming even before the leave bonuses have been paid. Nobody has ever been sacked, so nobody's BP has a reason. Everybody has peace of mind. So I've never seen a request that I want to go on 2 weeks sick leave. So that's why I said it's style, approach to governance, the management style is medicinal. So if I'm allowed to use that word.
You are allowed to use the word. And we can actually coin the GSM as the GSM peel. If we too are to use that, we'll have GSM peel.
Yeah, sure.
So we've been talking to the Permanent Secretary, Local Government Service Commission here on the program, The Head of Service Speaks. He has been reeling out the various achievements and all the activities, the mandate of the commission here on The Head of Service Speaks. And I told you, if you are out there, you're listening or watching us, you can call in on the program. And the number to call in is 090-3985-3731. 090-3985-3731. Stay tuned. We are still on till the Head of Service Speaks. We'll be right back.
Ọlọ́run jẹ̀dá lọ. Tá a bá rẹ̀ ní tá a kórìíra. Tá a wá fẹjú ẹ̀sùn Ọlọ́run wípé kó má dépò. Tọ́lọ́run wá gbégbé ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ dépò tán. Èèyàn gbà fọlọ́ ni o. Kí ló dé ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀tá ọ̀lẹ? Abiyamọ ọ̀tá àgàn. Wọ́n ní pàkútì ọ̀tá ẹni èkó dọ̀yà. Ká mẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún mẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ òsì. Ká fẹ́yìn ní délùú sẹ́yìn ẹni tí ò ní yin ni ò ní yin ni. Ẹ pé gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ò ṣe nǹkan kan kò ṣe nǹkan kan. Pẹ̀lú àfojúsùn ó mẹ́rẹ̀ ẹni tó gbé lọ́wọ́ tó ló ń sìn fún un ṣe lọ. Akitiyan Ṣèyí Mákindé lójú ọ̀nà ètò ẹ̀kọ́. Ó ṣe káńsù 300 tó bí ń san lórí ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ó ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ dọ̀fẹ́. Ó pínwé ó tún yàrá ìkàwé ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló falẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ gíga LAUTECH padà di tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ètò ìlera ńkọ́. Àtúnṣe pẹ̀lú gbígbé sóhun èlò ìfúnlẹ̀ ìwòsàn alábọ́dé. Ẹ̀wọ̀n laboratory tó wà nílé ìwòsàn ní Ọ̀yọ́. Àwọn ọkọ̀ ambulance gbogbo wọn yìí kọ́. Ìgbìyànjú Ṣèyí Mákindé lórí ìkétò ààbò lè mú dẹ́ẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ńkọ́. Ó pèsè ọkọ̀ fáwọn agbófinró kí wọ́n máa fi yíde patrol ní tìbútòrò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Operation Boss tó kó fún wọn láyé tẹ̀. Ìwéré ilé àtàkùn ààrẹ. CCTV camera lójú pópó Olúbàdàn. Commissioning of Mobile Squadron Units lágọ̀ ààrẹ. Ṣé wàá dà bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa gbéṣẹ́ yóò ṣe nǹkan kan? Nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wa ìtẹ́tọ̀ ọ̀gbìn ìrànwọ́ ìjọba gbà. Ó ṣàgbékalẹ̀ farm estate Akúfò. Èrú àti awẹ́ lábẹ́ òsádà. Ó tún fẹ́ gbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún àgbẹ̀ léso kí wọ́n gbè lóko wọn. Ó mójútó ìdókòwò tó lè máa pawó wọlé fún wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Asphalt àti quarry plant níjàyè. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣe sí ọ̀fọ̀ ilẹ̀ rẹ̀ báyìí nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní kíákíá ìrọ̀rùn ló ń bá dé o. Ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ owó tó gbé kalẹ̀ fún dènà COVID-19 nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Bó ṣe ń faná ló ń ṣọ̀nà ló ń ṣomi. Owó oṣù àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ yàmọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ń gbẹ̀tọ̀ wọn déédéé. A ní ẹ̀rìn gbòòrò kẹ́rì iṣẹ́ tí Ṣèyí Mákindé ń ṣe ẹlẹ́ràáyè. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ṣé wàá rí báyìí kọ́lọ́wọ́ kan tẹ̀lú? Ẹ kí sáwọn tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lẹ̀kọ ẹ̀dá tí wọ́n kì í ráṣeyọrí ẹlòmíì. Ẹ jẹ́ gbàrúkú tí ẹnjìnìá Ṣèyí Mákindé kó kẹsẹ̀ járí. Lójú pọ̀nà àfojúsùn kó mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin tó gbé lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ẹ̀yin ará bí ẹ fọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀.
Ẹ ò gbọ́dọ̀ o, bàjá mi àgbẹ̀ máa dùn.
Ìkéde ìwà láti lè ṣe ìròyìn àṣà àtìrìnàjò afẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Adio.
Bàbá ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
Wá wo nǹkan. Òní bí àtòkèrè ló làákàyè tí wọ́n ń wo sàfún nǹkan. Ṣáájú káwọn kan tó mọ fóúnjẹ láwa lójú. Níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti káwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan jọ sílùú Awẹ́ láti máa kọ́ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà tìgbàlódé lábẹ́ àmójútó àjọ IITA.
Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá. Ṣẹ́yìn ọ̀gbọ́n tí náà ń gbòòrò ni. Wọ́n ní ìṣèjọba tí ń bẹ lóde báyìí. Audio government ni wọ́n ń pè.
Èwo lẹ̀ ń pè báwọn.
Ìjọba tí ń fẹnu yàrá sọ́bẹ̀.
Àdìó. Mi bí mo ti wí fún wọn pé kó yé mọ pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀já wúrà. Ṣé nǹkan tá a fojú rí ni àbí tó farasin? Ọ̀nà mọ́níyà àjàyè títí tó fi dé sẹ́yìn iṣẹ́ ti fẹ́ parí ńbẹ̀. Ọ̀nà olóko mẹ́rin tó yọ kùlùlù láàrin ìlú Ṣakí Ọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ títí tó fi dé Gbòho tí ò ti ṣe é rìn mọ́ látọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ọ̀ndàjì l'Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Iṣẹ́ sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórí ètò ìlera tó múnádóko jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò láláṣẹ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó rẹ́tọ̀ wọn gbà.
Bàbá gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ sọ yóò tọ́ ni kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́. Àmọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ọ́rọ́ pọ̀ kò jónú. Ẹ sì mọ̀ pé eégún tó bá rorò làwọn á kó bí ìbọn lẹ̀.
Àdìó àti gbọ́njú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́nkùnlé Ọ̀yọ́. Eégún tó bá ṣoore fún wa báyìí làwọn à ń kó bí ìbọn.
Ẹ kú àgbà bàbá.
Kò ní í dalẹ̀ ìmọ̀ tú ìmọ̀ jọ ìmọ̀ ẹni ní kò ní í dalẹ̀.
Ilé-iṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Welcome back to the Head of Service Speaks, and we are still live from the Aloore Radio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. As I said earlier, you can join us on the program on the mobile number 09039853731. 09039853731. It's nice to have you, Mr. Akinfunmilayo Williams, the Permanent Secretary.
Thank you, my
And
host.
I'm so delighted with all I've been hearing, because it's quite enlightening, and it's opened us to so many things that His Excellency had actually been doing with the local government, which is not actually many people don't actually know about. And I believe this is a good and a great platform to actually know all about this. We would want to continue with the line of thoughts and questions that we have here from the people. Your Honor, the current administration has constructed an ultra-modern office complex for the State Local Government Service Commission and the Oyo State Local Government Pension Board. What are the feelings of the local government officials towards this kind of gesture of the government, and how would this improve their efficiency? Because the building, let me add my own, the building is massive, Sao. The building is massive.
Well, to God be the glory, and great thanks to His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde for accepting and approving the construction of that building. Like you did mention,
Yes, sir.
Prior to 1976, there was nothing like Local Government Service Commission. Ever since 1976, when Local Government Service Commission was created, initially I read that there were a tenant in one of the buildings around there, the one Local Government Service Commission, which was even a very good status, if I have to put it that way. I will tell you my reasons anyway. But thereafter, they moved, or they were driven out, and they were driven to where we are presently, which is H.O.S State Water Corporation building. And we are there as an official refugee. I will justify my explanation.
Definitely.
We are there as an official refugee. Why I say we are refugees is that, one, we don't pay rent. Two, whenever there's an industrial action between the workers and management of Water Corporation, they lock us out. And they will lock all the building out, be on the streets. Everybody will just have to go because our landlord has decided to. If we are not refugees, if we are tenants, there will have been an agreement which we'll be able to enforce. But unfortunately, our situation is even worse than that of an houseboy. So they will lock us out until they resolve their case. If it's a week or two, we're equally affected. So, what do you think a feeling of a refugee having the best structure in the local government, in the secretariat?
Interesting. The best structure.
And a refugee not just turning into a landlord, an house owner alone, but equally turning into a landlord. Because we have tenants over there. So you can imagine more than I can say what the feelings of local governments are. We now have an identity within the secretariat. Unlike before, if anybody comes into the secretariat and be asking, I'm going to local government service commission, what they will say, look, go and ask for Water Corporation building. When you get there, go to the damn floor. That's we don't have a family compound in this. But now, with the magnanimity and the benevolence of His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde, we have a monumental edifice there.
Wow.
Which has almost 100 offices. And is a beauty to behold. Even without being commissioned yet, almost is even completed. Okay. People have been coming there day and night to take selfie. So they come there for that day. So it's an intimidating structure. And I will tell you, it is. You've been there.
I love all the accolades and all that you're giving to it.
And I will tell you for sure, that is the first of it in the whole country. Not even in the Southwest.
Again,
even the so-called state of excellence. It's far away from
the Local
the
Government
sector.
Service Commission, from all I've been hearing today, have been back to back, first this, first that, under this present administration.
So yes,
This is amazing.
That's even under Omitutu 1.0. So you can imagine what you
expect
have
expecting. Oh my God!
So you know what will come out of Omitutu.
Oh God!
So we have 3 layers over there. One will be for local government staff pension board, which we have. I think that's the only building. I'm not being boastful, or that's the only building that have consideration for fiscally challenged ramps from outside, and so for the elderly, we put them into consideration.
Beautiful.
Even at the car park, if you go there, the fiscally challenged car park are specially marked. So if you travel outside the country, you know, if you go there. So I'm sorry, I'm not being boastful.
No, you're not being boastful.
I'm not being boastful. I'm just trying to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So that's the portion for local government service commission. And
right.
like I mentioned earlier, when it is eventually approved, there will be a section there for the local government staff loans board for loans, housing loan and car loan administration of local government workers, which include primary school teacher, because they call it their local government workers as well, and they pay them from the local government fund as well. So that will be one. The local government service commission with the landlord, will be there. And the upper floor, I'm hoping.
All right, sir.
I'm hoping if it's approved by the Excellency, maybe the Ministry of Local Government can come there. So it will be a one-stop shop. Anything that has to do with local government, just go in there. And not even only that, the spiral effect will be beneficial to the service in the sense that the state pension board is at the Ministry of Works here, and it's a board under finance. So where the ministry will vacate over there, they can move there. So anything that has to do with finance will be there. And by we moving there, and all other offices moving there, I will tell you for sure we are creating vacancies of nothing less than 60, 70 offices at the local government secretariat. That's why I said the spiral effect will be beneficial to the service at large. That's just party. Yes. We have a hall there which can accommodate between 300-500. And there's a second building in this secretariat that
have to go to that building.
Has underground car park, like the governor's office.
Another interesting one. Underground, you say?
Yes.
Wow.
A basement that can contain over 20 cars.
And I see why you say people take there to go there to
and equally, we have provided in there a computer training center. Yes.
Really?
And we've taken up some of the people we are officially dealing with to extend their CSR, corporate social responsibility to us.